if you're just starting, if you're starting from the bottom, you're not going to achieve this type of stuff. So don't even, in my personal opinion, don't focus on the matrices right now. If you're still in building up your tripler count mode, if that's the mindset you have, don't worry about matrices right now. Worry about your tripler, because like I just demonstrated to you guys, a lot of you guys with the lower accounts, or that you're building up the bigger accounts, you need a bunch of, you guys got a bunch of matrices that are almost empty. If you got a bunch of empty matrices, it's going to take a long time to start filling those up until you start getting a bunch of tripler expiring. So the number one goal should be, let me make sure I'm not talking to myself sometimes. That's getting it. The number one goal should be build up your tripler account. Restart was a couple months ago, Snoop. Alright, okay, so let me see. Make sure everybody can hear. I think everybody can. Okay, everybody can hear me. Do you buy spots 5 and 6? Valerie, if the other spots are filled, then yes, of course. Go ahead. Go ahead and buy placements and premium placements for spots 5 and 6. If the other 4 spots are already filled, but if they're not, then no. Just wait. The most important thing should be just build up your tripler account. Snoop, why not correct with Lewis? Connect with Lewis though. That's a good idea. Probably have to ask Carl, but if I do that, they gotta make sure they pay me. Okay, look like everybody can see me. Okay, let me go back. I don't want to be talking to myself. But folks, concentrate on building up your tripler. Concentrate on that. I mean that because when I first started the tripler, remember I've been in the program since June 2010, so I got a big lead ahead of you guys, because I invested $2,000 last year. It got stuck in Synergy Surf. I got mad, I got upset, I got angry. I wasn't angry at Carl or Fred or angry at Adjustment Pay. I was angry at myself for investing $2,000 in a program which I barely understood. But I just saw a dollar sign. I just saw other people making some money. It motivated me to start getting referrals, because back then, in order to cycle matrices, you had to do it by referrals. Now, you guys got it easy. All you need is tripler. You can use tripler to cycle your own matrices. You can buy placements and premium placements and tripler, and you'll cycle your own matrices, no problem. But before tripler came out, you really had to get your fingernails dirty and get referrals to cycle these matrices. So I already had a little head start, you guys. I already made close to $10,000 even before tripler started. But after tripler started, I had over $4,000 in pending Synergy Serve matrices. So once my first tripler started to expire after 75 days, the money was just rolling in. The money was just, it was just rolling. So I already had a head start of you guys, and I used that money to invest in tripler. I bought a whole bunch of tripler. I just kept reinvesting. A better example to use is James Guest. He was a newbie, like most people. He was a newbie who started from scratch, and he built this account up from 7 to 1600 in only 4 months. For some reason, it's lagging behind. I don't know why. I guess I ain't gonna restart it now, but it's lagging behind for some reason. But you can see here, it was one spot open, and I just purchased a placement and upgraded the premium. I'm gonna cycle this off. I spent $10 to get back 50. Spent 10 to get back 50, no problem. That's a deal, you'll take it. You guys remember this matrix? I think I almost forgot to hit that button. I almost forgot my own device. Forgot to hit, oh, there we go. Now there you go right here. The 4th spot was open. And this one. did was just upgraded, bought a placement, and upgraded the premium. Spent $10, going to make back 50. I'll take that any day. Now you know how I don't like placement loan matrices, and as you can see here, I'm already taking a $10 loss. But what I might do is go ahead and buy that placement and upgrade the premium. That's a $20, so I'm gonna spend 10, and they're gonna deduct 10, and so I'll get a $40 profit, which a profit is a profit, no problem. But you can see I'm kind of skipping over these $10 loans, because you know, for those that's been in my past presentation, you guys really know I don't like placement loan matrices. But you, on the other hand, if you're building up your account, don't listen to this. Don't do what I do with the placement loan matrices. You can't afford to skip over no matrices. If you got an almost filled matrix, even though it got a $10 loan on it, do what you need to do to cycle that matrix. Don't skip over it like I am. Don't do that. You don't have the luxury of doing that. I have the luxury. I got over 61,000 now, so I can afford to skip over a bunch of matrices to find better matrices. So you can't afford to do that right now. You have to cycle these matrices as fast as you can, so you can build up your tripler, and then you can get pick choosy. As you can see right here. Here goes Tony. Thank you, Tony. Don't know the guy, never met him. Thank you for placement. I just upgraded the premium, so I'm gonna cycle that. Spend $5, going back 55. Isn't that a good investment? You spend $5, you get back 55. Wow, that's awesome. Here goes Tony. Here goes that Tony. I told you we cycle a lot of matrices. There goes Gil right there. Gil, the moderator. And here goes that Tony Sutton character again. This guy has a big account, or he has a lot of matrices, because he appears in a lot of mine. And you can see I bought the premium. I spent 10. I'm gonna make back 50. And this is how I cycle so many matrices. Now here go another one. Placement loan. I skipped over it. I don't skip over all of them. Sometimes I be nice and I just go ahead and buy a premium placement for somebody, who's in my matrix or whatever. So every now and then, but first don't, I might go ahead and buy that placement to upgrade the premium. Now here's another. Here's your companies that are doing. Oh, here we go. Lena, how you pronounce it? Thank you, Lena. She filled my first spot. She filled the first spot, and she bought a placement. I just upgraded him, so I spent $5. And the reason why, see that? Now what that say right there. Look at that. Restart. Restart gave me this matrix. Do you understand, people? This is thanks to Restart. Don't get upset at Restart. This is how I cycle any of them. Because at Restart, it's a bunch of, yes, I make less with the triplers, but now I cycle a whole bunch of matrices. I would rather have a $40, $50, $60 profit than waiting on a $5 profit with tripler. This is thanks to Restart. So for the life of me, I do not understand why a lot of people get so upset over Restart. This is look at this.